Hello everybody, welcome back to Wappleville and a surprise Wednesday stream. Did not get to stream Monday. Didn't get back to from Peoria until really late. Actually, maybe next couple of weeks of streamy times are going to be a little bit on the it's going to be a little bit irregular. This is the thing that Lethal Shadows gave me at at Gen Con, believe it or not, Armored Wolf last year. And I was gonna do a tutorial video on it, and then well, it's all ready to go. So I just said, well, let's go for it. So 64 months, that's how long we've been doing this. Thank you so much, Armored Wolf. Hey there, Landrast, how you doing? So say we all. Oh, geez, hey, Recall, sorry I didn't get a chance to send you a message today. Thanks. Hey, Kanda. Thanks so much, Recall. Again, I hope that Mom, of course, is at least starting to do a little bit better there. Sorry I didn't get a chance to shoot you a message about that. Oh, we got ourselves one of these. We got ourselves one of these. That's right. So thanks, Rico. Appreciate that. And Armored Wolf 2. Look out. Look out. Oh, man. I don't have the linseed racer. I don't have the linseed racer. So Camda, I think I sent you some of the pictures from the Adept. Wait a minute. From the Adepticon meeting, like the big warehouse. I'm pretty sure that I did. Thank you so much, Camda. Here we go. Hype train, all aboard. Hype train, there it goes. Look out. Hype train. Hype train. So Camda, actually, Camda, if you wanted to share the pictures of the Balrog there, please go ahead and do that. So Recoil, actually some more vegetation and stuff arrived for the big tree thing. So that is definitely going to be more than one video for sure. Recoil. Again, it could be 3 or something like that. We'll see how much we got to break it down. So thanks again, Recoil. Oh, and here, Camda, you didn't get this. Thanks, Camda. Appreciate that. This is this. Yeah, this is okay. So this is the other thing I was trying to do was get this thing edited. It's rendering now. I want to say it's about 2/3 of the way rendered right there. So that's another reason for the delay. Everybody, please check out that Instagram link that Camda just shared. Oh wow! You know what I just forgot? You know what I just forgot? I forgot the fluoros here. Let's get these out here. What the heck is the? Oh, did I get? Okay, I did get the green one back in there. Oh, so Camda, those busts I showed you that Armored Wolf and myself and the other folks were working on. We were using mostly. It was an experiment with these Camda. Yeah, recoil. I gotta get 22 mil tubes, or well, hoping to get that. How you doing there, Blades? Everybody, please give Blades 81 a follow. Um, but we're gonna try and break these. I'm gonna see if I can get 3 tubes for each one of these. So yeah, Blades, if you wanted to share what you were doing today, please go ahead. I know you probably haven't had a chance to skedaddle off to that photo booth just yet. But yeah, you want to share that, Blades? Please go ahead. Sorry I didn't get to join you on your stream. I was busy trying to. Well, actually, I think I was actually digging up soil or something like that when you were actually live there. So sorry about that, Blades. Didn't mean to miss your stream there. Everybody, please give Blades 81 a follow if you could. So yeah, Camda, one of those was Armored Wolves. One of those was Cherry. One of them was Melissa's. So, yep, that was the Alaska crew doing that. So Camda, that was a basically a field test of several different things. So appreciate that Armored Wolf and the Alaska crew were willing to do that, to be guinea pigs there. Enrico, if you wanted to share any of your basin stuff, please go ahead. So Recoil, I think this is going to be pretty This foliage here. I don't know. I'm pretty darn excited about it. Recoil. I'm very excited about it. Now again, we're just going to be doing this now. I don't know. I was really thinking about getting this stuck onto something here, but it just didn't seem to really work. This is an unusual little stand right here. Everybody, please check out the Instagram link that Blades just shared. And again, if everybody could please give Blades a follow, that would be sensational. Oh, and for those going to be at Gen Con Armored Wolf booth 2707, right, Armored Wolf? So booth 2707, that'll be at Gen Con. I'll try to scare up some of the pictures of the Adepticon warehouse. I mean, well, you saw, right, Rico, just how big that is? I think Blades, I sent you some of the pictures too, if I didn't. Okay, so it's 2707. I thought I'd already forgotten, or I already screwed that up. Okay, so there is some of that. Now we're going to start doing some other stuffs here. Just random things. Just random stuffs here. Because whatever. Don't even care. Oh, there is no. That's how they resolve. So that's why there's no arm there. Let me open up this thing. And I get. Oh, that's okay. I have to hit enter here. So 1 second. In order to have this thing go out. Okay, I thought that was gonna work. There you go. So there's that. And we got this here. We got ourselves a choo-choo train. We might have something else here if I can manage it. Where you hide? Oh, there you are. Here we go. I think it's like a level 3 or a level 4. Which means I wanted to have Wheel of Hype trains. There it is. Where the wheel stops, nobody knows. But it is a Wheel of Hype trains. There it is. Does it stop on Hype? Does it stop on Giro? Does it stop on Yellow Train? Does it stop on Red Train? It stops on Hype. There it is. It's all about the hype. So, so thanks. Appreciate that, everybody. Okay, so okay, there we go. Also, don't want the chat to get stuck there. So we got some more of this here, green here, just whatever's. Oh, and this, I did the thing where I take the picture, right, and I just kind of colorized it in the GPTs. It didn't really give me what I was looking for. And then it went all wonky where it was all grainy and doing that stupid stuff. So I got one crack at it. That was it. After that, it just said, nope, you don't get to do this anymore. You're paying for it, but you still don't get to do that anymore. Because reasons. Now, Landrest, what were you were gonna probably be seeing a movie on Thursday, right? I wasn't sure what you might be seeing on Thursday, and so yeah, Landrest. I need some rivers to do the frozen river stuff because I want to try the flash curing that resin to see if I can make it be kind of looking like sheets of ice, not not just using it for the water effects, but actually see if I can make sheets of ice out of it. That should, well, I hope you enjoy that one, Landrest. Hope you enjoy that. And again, I think Recoil. Now, have you used any of the Dirty Down stuff? Because that was one of the big things at the meeting there. Was a whole bunch of planning about Dirty Down videos and Dirty Down projects. Now, I'm not going to get the spray until after Gen Con, obviously, because I want to be here for whenever that should arrive. Now, Landra, is that one of those where it's kind of been in production forever and there's been a lot of reshoots, or is this one that just kind of came out of nowhere? Because sometimes it's the ones that come out of nowhere that tend to be better. Everybody, please check out that link that Meckham just shared. Well, I'm glad they were able to get the Instagram going there, Meckham. Glad you're able to do that. So Camda, if you remember, check out the video with that Nerixon figure and the Moonlight stuff, because that new stuff that I got, it came with basically a curing mat, and because it was meant for these, it was meant to be non-stick. So that's what I'm going to use, Camda. Yeah, I'm just going to go later because we're going to be doing our glazy stuff anyhow. So everybody, please check out that link that Mickham just shared. And now, Camda, did you get a chance to share your serious stuff there? Now, Blades, I haven't had a chance to see if the Jays are still kind of hanging on there, still hanging on, holding up, or have things kind of come back down to earth a little bit? More of our bones here, I think. We're just trying to get as many different tones as we can here. Okay, yeah, sorry, Camta. Uh, my brain is definitely very scattered today. It was a very busy day today. I did plant more stuff in the garden, so the two more, no, actually, technically three more plants went into the garden. Of course, I had to do some maintenance stuff that I didn't get a chance to do while I was gone. So there was that too. Nice to see you there, Sectrix. Actually, Sectrix, if you wanted to share your stuff there in the chat, I know you got something to share because I believe in the last stream there, you were able to share some stuff. Oh yeah, these brushes, I used these in that video there. Let's just say it's going to be very interesting. You'll love it, Landtrash. You are going to love the commentary. Yeah. So these things are actually just fine for what we're doing now, or say as blending brushes, but as a finest sable, it's like that is, as I was telling Armored Wolf, I think my 28-cent craft brushes are 10 times finer sable. Everybody check out the Instagram there that Sectorix just shared. So Mekum, I hope that you're doing really well, as always. Hope you're doing really fantastic. I am taking some of our not radiant green. So Camda, if I do, make those 28 or those 22 milliliter tubes, it does give me the chance to make my own labels. And do I just call them the Not Whatever series? I'm very tempted to do that, Camda. Now, see, this is what these brushes do really well. That the liner brush would not do this well. And that's what I say like a bazillion times in that episode. So here, we're going to set you aside. We're going to grab this guy here. I'm going to spread that out. And we're going to do something like this. So again, this is what these brushes are going to do well. These particular tasks right here. I think they envision them as some kind of super detail brushes or something like that. I envision them as no. As in, definitely not. Let's see. Well, she exit stage right. or exit stage left. Which one is it going to be? So yeah, it cammed. It was. Oh, and then there was one point where I dropped the brush onto me, so I had to interrupt it there. So that's why it took longer to edit, because there was one point where I forgot something. I had to go off and photograph something. Yeah, there were two segments of the video where it was well, there were some interruptions. Let's put it that way. That wasn't how it was supposed to go. So everybody check out that link that Sectorix just shared. If you could, please. That would be sensational. So Sectorix, I think I sent you some pictures while we were there. Right? I think I sent you the pictures of the, all the pictures of the warehouse and such. What it was? Oh yeah, like that Indiana Jones, right? That first movie with the big wooden box. Yeah, it's a little bit like that, only bigger. Now we're doing more of this. Even more thinner, I guess. Now, I just said that this is a cuisine show, or a cuisine channel, but now we've got ourselves dolphin chicken.
Hello, little hobbits. Spark my ganja.
We promise not to eat the dolphin or the chicken. How you doing, dolphin chicken? Thank you so much for that raid. Hey there, All Haven Games. How you doing? And thank you so much. Appreciate that, dolphin chicken. Ah, so Galadriel, you're looking a little. I gotta say, you're not looking too well. It's like, who's Galadriel? I'm busy here. It's like, yeah, I think I might just hit on out of here myself. What's going to happen for Dolphin Chicken on our big Gandalf 6? Right here, what's going to happen? Ooh, that was almost a 6. It was like this, and then it bumped into something and kicked back to a 3, which is a nice, decent roll. So, Dolphin Chicken, I know you just finished your stream, but if you want to share anything in the chat, please go ahead. Actually, we just painted this bust. What was it, last week? I think so. Actually, this was our Monday stream, something like that. Either this was Thursday. It was either Monday or Thursday. Painted up this one right here. This one actually is from Lethal Shadows. We've been painting a whole bunch of conquest stuff on the stream lately. So there was these Jin from the Sorcerer Kings, plus the Ifrits, the Agony of Ifrits right there. Painting those guys. So again, thank you so much, Dolphin Chicken. Appreciate that. I mean, there is a variety of stuff that we do here. Sometimes it's maybe a little Shatterpoint, lots of Lord of the Rings, of course. Sometimes it's a bit more on the Warhammery side there. We do enjoy our object source lighting, of course. And again, you never know what it's going to be. Sometimes it's going to be, again, some of our Lord of the Rings terrain. Sometimes it's going to be Battlefleet Gothic. Let's see, sometimes, oh, here we go. Sometimes it's going to be, I get more Battlefleet Gothic right there. Sometimes it's going to be something with a little freehand. Sometimes it's more of a bust. Sometimes, where's my, oh yeah, here we go. Our dwarves is, again, more object source lighting. Oh, look at this, hobbit holes. We painted those up on stream. And of course, sometimes there are 1800 scale ships here. So yes, we do enjoy. Okay, here is this. There we go. There's a little touch of our Easterlings there. We just painted a whole bunch more of those, and we're believe it or not, we got to add more to the done lendings. Oh, I got to create a Moria song. Recoil. I got to create a Moria song. Also, oh, Dead Men Have Done Hero. Recoil. Got to do that too. So again, there's some of just a touch of some of our stuff here. Again, and there's some of our Rohan terrain that we did. The not so great Hall of Erkin brand. So again, we might have done just a little bit of Lord of the Rings here over the years. So again, Dolphin Chicken, appreciate you being here. We just got underway 20 minutes ago. Yep, 20 minutes ago we just got started. We are working with oil paints here. These oil paints are just right out of the tube. So regular oil paints, no zenithal primers, none of that. None of that. And we're going to be doing a lot of the wet into wet type stuff because that's what we do here. And that is what we do here in Walpoliville. So again, everybody please give Dolphin Chicken a follow. Now, actually, Dolphin Chicken, geez, what were you painting on stream? Sorry, I should have asked that a while ago. Ooh, yeah, let me drag some of this down here. So working with regular oil paints, Winsor Newton, Williamsburg, Gamlin, Richardson, well now Paul Rubens, part of the brands that we use here. More there, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna get me a little bit of the Van Dyke Brown into the sap green here for some of our shadows, like maybe here. Let that again, all this just working its way together. Now, as we always say, things must be messy before they can be neat. We love the messy phase. This is the messy phase. Now, usually I stream Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. This week's going to be different. Last week was different. And the week after that's probably going to be different. Where's some of our Flat Thursday stuff? So here's again some of our stuff that we have done on our Flat Thursdays. That was our Battle of Midway observation. Here is a little bit of Babylon 5 for you. And let's see, do we have our another little spacescape there? Ah, that's fantastic. So Dolphin Chicken, if you wanted to, shout out the charity there in the chat, please go ahead and do that. Now we're just hoping that it all goes great there. Dolphin Chicken and charity is very successful. Nice to see you there, Shrugs. Shrugs, like always, if you want to share some stuff in the chat, please go ahead. And as always, appreciate you being here, Shrugs. Again, sorry that I've been away. We were doing the Adepticon staff meeting thing. And do you think there was more than 60 people there, Armored Wolf? Sometimes it seemed like it. Sometimes I wasn't so sure, but there were times where it seemed like there was a lot of humans there. So Shrugs, we were able to do a little bit of a field testing on painting a bust here. Again, this was the one that we did a little bit of field testing on right here. Again, we're just trying to find our way through some darker tones here. Things will be getting lighter soon enough, but you must have dark to show the light. Now that's fantastic, Dolphin. Again, everybody, please give Dolphin Chicken a follow. And again, Dolphin Chicken, if you want to, again, shout out the charity, please go ahead. Now it's Morton Arboretum. That's the one here in Chicago. Morton Arboretum. That's a big one. Believe it's been around since the 1800s, something like that. Now we're going to try here. Let me get some of this. some of that. Also gotta start breaking this down here. Come on, there we go. Start to make this a bit lighter here. We need that. Also got to get rid of some of that paint out of the brush too. It's light. It is not our lightest light. Definitely not our lightest light. Here, let me stipple some more of that in. Okay, so now that is starting to get that much lighter. And again, now we're seeing another thing potentially that these softer sable brushes can do. It's stuff like this. That's what they're going to be able to do better, like that. Now, how's about we start to think about other things over here? We'll just and this is like a little very much a dichotomy type palette here. We have Perline Crimson and all the rest of the colors combined, probably not even as expensive as the Perline Crimson. Yeah, that's how we roll here. This is a Perline Crimson mix right here that we're going to use. Everybody check out that charity link there that Dolphin Chicken just shared. So again, Dolphin Chicken, here's hoping the charity is a massive success and all that good stuff. More of our dark around there. So all of a sudden, the bones there start to stand out a little bit more, don't they? Just a teensy bit more. Now we gotta start fooling around with the hair. So we got asphaltum, Van Dyke brown, lots of pin line wash-esque type stuff happening here. Working fast, faster and faster and faster, but not going too fast because we don't want to be hasty little hobbits, right, Camda? No hasty hobbits. Now, so Dolphin Chicken, it's doing as many different things seems to really also help a bunch. Doing the small scale, the large scale, the busts, the 40k, the Warhammers, the Conquest, all that different stuff. Because there's so many different little problem-solving things that you have to do. Now here's some Payne's Gray. Putting in some Payne's Gray there again, letting all that kind of mix together there. Then we maybe start to wander back to a little bit more of our sap green and brown mix over here. And again, we're 28 minutes in. 28 minutes ago, this was just primed a dark brown color, and that's what we had. That's it, nothing else. Camden, there was something else that happened too. Fremantle beat Collingwood there. Holy smokes, that was not what I was expecting. And it was a very dramatic ending too. Sorry that I haven't been able to make that graphic there, Camden. At some point, I'll try to make that graphic. Also, the new Linseed Fellowship graphic too. I want to make that. Or no, the new Linseed Pyramid. Linseed Pyramid. I know I sent that to Recoil. I think I sent that to you, right, Camden? Again, letting that dark work its way in there, so you can see how that changes significantly once we start to add these darks. via the glazy thing. Some of that sap green in here again, maybe more thinner. Probably going to need to chuck more of the sap green out there too. Yep, over here. Gotta do that here too. And now we start to go away from that. We got the asphaltum out on the palette too. That's going in there. So a combo of colors here. Combo of different things. Now, don't be surprised if tomorrow's stream might be super late. Well, I mean, Thursday streams are super late. Now, I do think we might be getting back to, let's see, oh, that Firefly. That's right, we're supposed to paint Firefly. That might be, it'll either be Firefly or another, more of a Spacescape type of a thing on for our flat Thursday. So, okay, we got some darker stuff in there, maybe a little bit darker. Also, a little bit more of the blue in here, doing this kind of stuff. Now you can see how this is not looking quite so shiny anymore, right? You can definitely see that. All right, let me get all this stuff out of here. Let me get that out of there, and let's continue. So again, we're using those sable type brushes there only because again they can maybe take some of the wear and tear off of our other brushes. And then again, there is some of the stuff that they do reasonably well, like this. Definitely don't be hasty. It's like, yeah, there's another thing that you shouldn't do. Again, this is just a little bit of advice. Don't fight a Balrog with a glow stick and a kitchen knife because you end up like this with no arms. Oh, and then they call the gardener the hero of the story just to kind of rub it in. And all they give you is a fabulous white T-shirt. Yeah, that's what they did. So Dolphin Chicken, the miniature painting, since 2000, really since 2001, really. Since 2001,
Hello, little hobbits. Spark my
the
guns.
2D painting, just a wee bit longer than that. Thank you so much, Rando. Appreciate that. Speaking of which, so I hear that you died. Aren't you supposed to be like an immortal Meyer? He's like, well, it's complicated. He's like, so they gave you like a way better sword and a way better stick, right? He's like, well, it was kind of the same sword, and yeah, I think the robes were different. That's about it. That's not really cool, is it? Now we almost had a 6 on our big Gandalf 6 over here. Ooh, that almost was again. It almost was a 1, but then it filtered over to a 2. A little bit more would have been a Gandalf 6 for Rando. Thank you so much, Rando. Appreciate that. Oh, actually, now I might have one of these prepped too. So Thursday could either be Flat Thursday or it could be another in our BSG series right here. So it could be another one of these. I've got that one of those other really big ships. It is ready to go. I just didn't get a chance to make the references for it. Oh, do I want to? Okay, now we are using a little bit of the chromium oxide green here. Little bit of that. Oh, thanks, Armored Wolf. Thank you so much. So that's our merch stuff right there. There's a bunch of stickers there. Oh, and of course, welcome to the Linseed Fellowship. Now, this is the YouTube channel that all of our Twitch streams are getting transferred to because Twitch basically took away all the highlights. So if you want to see this thing from the beginning or any of the other stuff I was showing you, if you subscribe to the Linseed Fellowship, there's no ads there. There's not going to be because, of course, that's not what it was. It's not what it's intended for. It's just intended to kind of, well, let's see. Let's see. Maybe you want to see Gandalf on Shadowfax because we have endless Gandalfs here. I mean, You think that would be the only Gandalf line. Oh no, we have another one. And there's actually more. Of course, we also have our Dark Queen Shmaladriel army. And this is one of several armies that we painted on stream. Of course, we did tons of Rohani type stuff. And guess what? We got a ton more that we have to do. We actually sculpted this and painted this on the stream. So again, if you want to see that episode or whatever, you're gonna have to see it on the again on the Linseed Fellowship. Let me take this. That's our Perline Crimson. Ah, there we go. There we go. Now we're gonna do that, and now we're gonna try and take advantage of this to be able to do some of this. So see here, we're just kind of blending all that together. Look at that. Hashtag no layers. No layers in Wampleville. And it hopefully starts to get a little bit more of a kind of an undead look to it or whatever's. Should probably stain the end of this. Oh, I was thinking of even using the weathering powders on this, and remember, we would use the weathering powders while all this is still wet, right? Just like we did on our Trench Crusade stuff here. So where is, oh, hey, Blades, you haven't seen this in a while. Yeah, there's Fromage. There's Fromage areas. There's Fromage. So again, that's the weathering powders. We put those on again while this was still, while the oils were still wet, and that meant that we were going to get that adhesion by default. No problem there, Dolphin Chicken. Yep, it's after midnight here. So thank you so much, Dolphin Chicken, for the raid. And Dolphin Chicken, again, if you want to share anything one more time before you head off to sleeps there, go right ahead and do that. Everybody, please give Dolphin Chicken a follow. That is much appreciated. Again, thank you for the raid. Well, I'm going to go even darker here. That is Perline Crimson and Coal Black to make that even darker. So again, 37 minutes ago, we had no paint on this. And by no paint, I mean no paint at all. There was nothing on here. This has all been just in the last 37 minutes. Well, 37 minutes and a level. Was it a level 4 hype train or level 3? I thought it was, I knew it was at least a level 3. Could have been a level 4. So again, starting to get some of this in here. Maybe a little bit of this in here. Maybe a little bit of shadow there. Above there. And now we have to start thinking about some of the light here. First, though, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to take some of that sap green and some of the Van Dyke brown to do that, because that is also going to indicate that that is glowing, because, well, that would be kind of cast in shadow. So Camda, yeah, Lethal Shadows gave me this, believe it or not, at Gen Con last year. Or was it Adepticon? Oh, you know what? I think he gave me this at Adepticon. Never mind. Yeah, I think he gave me this at Adepticon. Yep, okay. Well, that makes way more sense. I'm like, how in the world could this have been Gen Con last year? So it wasn't Gen Con, it was Adepticon. I'm like, I don't remember having this thing for a whole year. That's for sure. Here, let's get the darker portion of this going. Like so. There we go. And as this starts to all this stuff starts to set. All the shiny going to disappear. More of this down here. So all of the, well, basically basing bits that I've been printing out for weeks now, those are going to get used, going to be filming the next video. It's going to be taking all those Zygomore figures and putting those on basically a display style plinth. I'm looking. Oh, you know what? I got this here. Oh, we also have our not brilliant yellow pale. Uh, yeah, let's keep going with that here. So this is that Naples yellow. Now this is the Alkyd version. This is not the Gamlin version that we were using with the Zygomores. Oh, that's right. Then oh yeah, that's right. One of the Zygomores, the one that we were doing where we weren't doing yellow, or we weren't doing any white, and we just used the yellow instead. Say that 10 times there, Camda. Thanks for joining Allhaven with the raid. Appreciate that. So the miniatures since 2000, basically since 2001. Again, the painting just a wee bit longer. Let me see if I can find this thing here. Ah, there it is. So that was something I painted when I was 13. We have other ones too. Another one we could show, but that was one that I painted when I was 13. So it's been a while, and that was also with the oil paints too. That was also with the oils. Can't get enough ships, right? Right, Camda. More ships, more better. More ships equals more better. So that's why you see the 2D art there. So Allhaven, let's see now what's in the Warhammer set there, Allhaven, because I just got a bunch of the new Cathay stuff. So we're going to be doing some army painting videos on the Cathay. You're going to be seeing some of that on the streams. We've got, oh geez, what's the name of the one critter there, Armored Wolf? The kind of the Minotaur critter from Warcry. Oh, also, since we don't have enough, he's like, are you going to tell me there's going to be another cat in the house? It's like, I think that's what he's saying. It's like, there better not be. He let all those Lord of the Rings cats in the house, and let's just say it led to a really full litter box. I didn't like that. So that's Prinkles. Landrast. What's interesting is that I've got all those canvases. And remember, actually, I wanted to paint one of those, right, Landrast? I wanted to paint that again, just like that other ship. So, not to worry, Landrast. How you doing there, Troy? Nice to see you again. Appreciate the raid. I think didn't you raid us last week there too, Troy? I think so. Well, Allhaven, we also do. We also have plenty of the Schmeish Marines that we painted on the stream and some of our tutorial vids. So we have done some of those as well. Now I think, boy, Landress gets to use, should deserve one of these too, because again, when the autocorrect monster unjustly modifies your post, you now have the opportunity to take revenge on him and expose him for the monster that he is. There's the autocorrect monster. Definitely make use of that. So great to see you there, Troy. So yeah, Allhaven. Actually, there's two channels now that have all kinds of videos on them. Two different channels. So you can kind of go in there and just, well, type in Space Marine and then see what pops up. Landras, didn't you? I think you. Did you walk into the room or did you just wake up or something like that? I forget what the exact circumstances were. It was either you just walked into the room and that popped up, or you just kind of like woke up for a second because you maybe dozed off or something, and that thing popped up. I can't quite remember how that went down on the iPad. So yeah, he was literally in your right in your face. So yeah, Camden, that has been one of the. That's why I want to get the Hobbit thing ready to rock and roll as well. Gotta be careful. Yeah, see, don't want to be a hasty Hobbit here, Camden. Yeah, don't want to be hasty there. That area is just not ready for stuff right there. Oh, and by the way, the Conquest Creations Kingdom of Saxonia 2. Now they haven't done what is that, the stretch goal files, but the main files, those you can access those now. There is a Google Drive link. I think they haven't sent them to my mini factory yet. I will start to print out those things probably tomorrow. All Haven, the printing stuff, I mean, it really is fantastic because, I mean, it's more than, just printing monsters. Some of them are really, really unique. Sort of like Wally the Walrus right here. This is from Archville, and again, he is one of the most beloved characters on the channel here. Again, Scale Ale, that is that's his micro brew right there. Because again, he is a master brewer, and of course, once you get used to all of the fish scales and the eyeballs and everything like that, well, you can never have enough Scale Ale. That's for sure. There's no such thing as too much Scale Ale. So we're using a couple of our not radiant greens here tonight, Camda. And Camda, it's basically like I was telling you in the message there. It's pretty much confirmed that for folks that are newer to the oils, the alkyds definitely provide again a couple of little interesting things. For folks that are used to oils, maybe they're not going to be quite as enthused straight away by the alkyds, but again, new folks, I think it really is. It's a game changer there, Camda. It is definitely a game changer. And actually, Armored Wolf, weren't they all dry? So get this, Camda. I think we were going till like midnight on Sunday, and by Monday afternoon they were dry enough to be able to easily pack. And by Tuesday, right? They were, or was it Monday night they were dry? At least by Tuesday, completely, absolutely, totally dry. And that is with folks again painting with them for the very first time. So there's definitely something there. There is something there, Camda. So again, now that starts to get a little bit lighter there. We'll maybe put some of this over here on the hair. That's still kind of on the wet side there, so we gotta be careful what we's doing over there. Yeah, we're just gonna have to leave that alone for right now. Yep, that does not want to stick there. Yep, so Tuesday completely dry. And the key also too, Camdas. Well, we did some color charts. Yeah, we actually did color charts before we ever touched the figures. We did them the day before. That was also, I think, a really, really cool thing. right on this here. So yeah, I was like, how in the world could I have had this since Gen Con last year? That makes no sense. And then I realized, yep, Adepticon. That's when we got this thing. I'm going to try to work in even some more light on the face here, I think. There may be a point where I have to go and wash some of this stuff off of my hand. That won't take long, because all you need is just soap. Now, actually, Armored Wolf, I was thinking about bringing some dish soap with me. Well, to first of all to Gen Con, but also to Adepticon. Have some container of dish soap there so that people could maybe use that or feel like they could use that. I'm going to take the chromium oxide green. I'm going to take some of that. Not radiant, radiant violet. And now that's going to go here. Maybe even some actual violet there. Like so. So again, Armored Wolf, booth 2707 at Gen Con. Almost said Adepticon. Now I'm going to have those two mixed up for the rest of the stream in my addled brain here. So that is actually violet. That's actually not green, but it actually looks like it's green. It is, believe it or not green. Trying to get me some of this violet stuff here again in the skin tones where I can. As much variety as possible. Let me mix it with this. So that is our, again, that Perline Crimson is probably as expensive, if not more expensive, than all the other colors on the palette combined, which I find somewhat humorous, at least. Let me get this onto the lips here in some way, shape, or form. So Rico, hopefully I'll be sending you pictures of that plain thing. We're gonna be breaking out the Daz. We're gonna find the Daz air dry clay wherever the heck I left that. But we are gonna be doing a little bit of sculpting with that stuff. So again, you can see now we're starting to do a little bit more of our blending and such. We'll be coming back with some lighter things too. I actually want to do some little things like maybe with some veins or whatever. And the references down there, I just again took a picture of this, stuffed it into the GPTs there, see what it would come up with. Again, it was not really the most in-depth type of thing, but it was handy to kind of see. I like the idea of the warmer greenish glow. And you can see we're kind of trying to execute the same thing that is in those. So yeah, recoil. I'm gonna try to see if I can use the GPT to help me maybe position these because there's four of them, and the four of them, just to have them like standing on this plinth, are gonna have to be staggered. Now I want to have different levels, and I intend to expand the surface of the plinth by having overhangs and such. Wait, 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 wait. We need more yellow in that. More yellow in that stuff there. Uh, there's some more of the basically recoil. It's kind of like a bargain version of the knock foliage. It was from Amazon. I think it was significantly less expensive, as in like maybe a third as expensive. And I think the bags are about the same size. Maybe the knock package was a little bit bigger, but it wasn't just the birch seed stuff. It wasn't just the birch seed. It was the tiny little leaves that Nock makes, which I really really do like those. More of that light along here again. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. That's got to be light down in there. That can't be dark in there. Let's make that lighter. As we welcome in Hero Zone. How you doing there, Hero Zone? Most people here already following Hero Zone most likely, but if you're not, make sure you're following Hero Zone. So great to see you there, Zone. I hope that everything's been going well. Are you still kind of doing the campaign stuff there? We're also going to welcome in Belle Murte. How you doing there, Belle? And of course, Hero Zone, if you want to share anything in the chat, please go ahead and do that. Yes, indeed. So we're working here, kind of a surprise Wednesday stream. We're working on a bust here from, this is from Lethal Shadows Gaming. Actually, I think it's one of their originals. It's not just like an STL that they sell. I think it's actually an original. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Hero Zone. Now, Hero Zone, check this out. So say we all, right, Hero Zone? So say we all. Yes, there it is. Galactica right there. So Hero Zone, I have tons of these BSG Universe ships printed out already, and there's way more to go. Actually, hey Camden, do you want to share the Thingiverse link? Sorry about that. But yeah, these are actually free on Thingiverse. I recommend that you not print them too small, though. They are better printed larger. Though, thanks, Hero Zone. Here's another. This is another bus that we painted up last week, and of course, we have been working on some conquest stuff. So here's speaking of kind of spirit type things. Here's some Jin. Again, these are from conquest, and then here we have the agony of the Frites right here. So these also from conquest miniatures. Sorcerer Kings is the army there. And of course, Hero Zone, we've been doing lots and lots of our 1800 scale ships too. Lots and lots of those. Absolutely love those. That's all part of our Armada Mondays. So yes, there are a ton of Battlestar Galactica ships that I will be painting. Again, everybody, please give Hero Zone a follow. Hero Zone, if there's anything that you wanted to share, any stuff you're doing in the store, whatever, please go ahead and share that. 59 minutes ago. Well, and oh no, exactly 1 hour ago, this had no paint on it. This was it was just a dark brown primer, and that was it. Nothing else. Like the Weeping Angel says, right, Blades, don't blink. Do not blink. Oh, hey, Blades, how did the council go? Sorry that I had to miss that, but I hope that the council was good. I think, did you have Sam Lenz on there or something like that, Blades? Thanks, Hero Zone. Appreciate that. I don't know if you have to take off, try and get some sleeps there. If it was a long stream. But again, everybody please give Hero Zone a follow if you could. Now, Hero Zone, were you going to be doing Gen Con at all? I just, that was the other thing I meant to ask you. If you were going to be at Gen Con. Because, well, we have a bunch of stuff that's going to be there. So, and again, everybody make sure to check out Armored Wolf's booth at 2707. Oh, no big deal. No problem there. And again, if you want to share stuff in the chat there, Hero Zone, please go ahead and do that. Now, Hero Zone, are you just saying, okay, I'm going to do my own convention? So, are you going to do just a Hero Zone convention? More Hero, more Zone. That's good, Hero Zone. Actually, Hero Zone, well, it's too close to Adepticon, unfortunately. So yeah, I can't. I don't know if I'll ever be doing Origins. But here's hoping you can get to do all of those. That'd be fantastic. Just doing a little bit of rusty stuff down there, just because. Everybody check out the Discord link right there. A little Discordia link there from Hero Zone. And again, please give Hero Zone a follow. You can see we're doing a little bit of lazy stuff there. Again, this is all wet. Everything here is wet. This is all wet into wet. That is the way. That is the way. That's how we do things here. So that'd be great there, Hero Zone, for sure. That'd be really sensational. Trying to get me a... I don't know about that. I'm going to give me some of the... Yes, I think we're going to try that. A little bit of the Naples Yellow, which, of course, has Pigment Red 101 in there. We are all Terra Rosa. We are all Pigment Red 101. Just like we are all Zathras. I mean, here's the proof that we are all Zathras. 1 second here. Is that... There we go. We are all Zathras. Oh, yeah, this is another thing we've been doing, is doing some of the 2D art as well. Actually, I have not... Actually, Hero Zone, if you could shoot me just an Insta message or something like that, just to remind me. That'd be fabulous, right, Grand Oracle? Thanks, Grand Oracle. Appreciate that. Grand Oracle, I have to send you some of the pictures from the Adepticon staff meeting. Yep, gotta send you some of those. So, Grand Oracle, don't be surprised if maybe there's even a surprise Sunday stream or something like that. Because, well, I leave for Gen Con next Wednesday morning. So, I'm going to... Again, there's going to be some streams at really weird days and really weird... There could be a Tuesday stream next week. Who knows? So, just letting people know in advance. It's gonna get wild and crazy with the stream times becoming very, very randomized, and stream days especially. Not, maybe not the times, but the days for sure. It's gonna be very much choose your own adventure streaming there. So great to see you there, Grant Oracle. Now I'm going to try and get me even more of this purple type stuff here. Is that going to be too loud? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, actually, Grant Oracle, at the Adepticon meeting, someone was telling me about that they have that same printer that you do, and they were talking about all of the same things that you really like about it. So hopefully your printer is doing exactly what you like it to. Now, so Grand Oracle, this was supposed to be a tutorial video. Uh, Hopefully, I'll give this one to Lethal Shadows, and then hopefully he'll give me another one so that we can actually do a video. But now, actually, Grand Oracle, we've kind of got it sort of worked out what we want to do skin tone wise. So yeah, that's a Hagear. Is that what that is, Grand Oracle? So great to see you there, Surface Tension. Everybody, please give Surface Tension a follow. So great to see you there, Surface Tension. And of course, if you would like to share some links there in the chat, please go ahead and also do that. Fabulous oil painted miniatures there by Surface Tension. So again, we got all kinds of different stuff going on here. We got the purples, we got some greens going on in there. So I'm glad that the Hay Gears printer is really just working out so well for you there, Grant Oracle, for sure. So yeah, Hero Zone. This is his. This is an original one too. It's I mean, he has tens of thousands of STL files, but this is an actual Lethal Shadow sculpt here. I mean, he's got to have 50,000 STL files, maybe more. I mean, he pretty much has everything right, Hero Zone. Everybody, check out that link that Surface Tension just shared there in the chat. Fabulous oil painted miniatures. Now, see, that's starting to get lighter there. Starting to get even lighter. Doing a little bit of a stippling type of a deal here. That should probably be later too. So again, that's all starting to get even lighter there. And the Surface Tension, I mean, it's really, 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 really looking incredible. Now, because we were patient, it's a whole lot easier to get this paint to stick here. Very much easier. Thanks, Surface Tension. Appreciate that. So let's have to get some of the light also on the lantern itself. Thank you, Surface Tension. Appreciate that. And Grand Oracle, it does all the other nifty stuff too, right? The self-leveling, it heats up the resin for you. It kind of does lets you know, if it's running out or something like that. So it's got a whole bunch of other features, right, Grand Oracle, to make it that much more handy. Thank you so much, Hero Zone. Appreciate that. Everybody, again, please give Hero Zone a follow if you're not already doing so. So thanks, Hero Zone. Appreciate that. And again, we're 1 hour 9 minutes into this. That's how long we've been painting on this thing. 1 hour 9 minutes. Don't blink, says the angel. Do some more of this here. So Grand Oracle, while we were at the Adepticon meeting, the Alaska crew, they volunteered to kind of do a field test on the Alkids, and it is confirmed, Grand Oracle, like we thought, that the Alkids uh, really are. They're just something easier about those for folks again that are new to the oil paints. So what we thought, we're gonna get more of the floral green out here. What we thought might have been the case is definitely the case. So that's really cool. We kind of guessed correctly. I wonder. Now, boy, Grand Oracle, are you sure that thing is not it's not a replicator? Because it sounds like it's actually a replicator there, Grand Oracle. It sounds that high tech. So yeah, Grand Oracle. I'm gonna try and cut down to maybe at least 10 colors. Actually, I'd like to cut it down to 8. If I could cut it down to 8 colors, what I actually want to do is put the colors in different paint, like a smaller paint tubes. Now, see how that's getting to be more of a yellowy tone there? We're just taking some of the Hansa yellow, some of the floral green, and this is essentially like a little lighter dry brush. Now, again, we were talking about how we was trying these brushes out in that last video, and they do not do the detail stuff at all. But this kind of stuff, this is the kind of stuff that they're gonna do well. Actually, I hope that you're still enjoying that also too, Grand Oracle. Yeah, I hope that you're still kind of enjoying the bamboo. Ever since I did that LiDAR thing, the bamboo here has been acting, shall we say, way more as it should. That was just a really weird situation. So again, starting to get some of the source light ahead in that way. Yeah, Grand Oracle. As much as well, it depends, Grand Oracle. If I can get the Paul Rubens on those $63 Prime days or whatever, then I might get more sets, or it might just have to be the Winsor Newton stuff. Now, again, I think it was with Jerry's Artorama. I was looking for tubes. Uh, yeah, Armored Wolf. They are not all created equal. I was seeing some pictures of some real major paint tube disasters from some of those the cheaper Amazon ones. And actually, if you get I think at least 3 boxes of them, you actually the price drops to something like $10 less per box than it is on Amazon, which doesn't matter how many you buy there. Oh, that's good, Grand Oracle. Oh, hey, Grand Oracle, did you see that the Conquest Creation files, at least the non-stretch goal stuff, there's a Google Drive link for that. The other stuff is not on the My Mini Factory yet, but there is a Google Drive now with at least the base files on it, which is a bunch. So Grand Oracle, technically, most of the colors I was using now, except for the Radiance, that was it. We were using a couple of the Radiance, but for the most part, I think actually, ironically, the majority of the colors were no, they were still Paul Rubens, but there was a couple of critical ones. Now, of course, Paul Rubens does make basically all of the ones involved, and except maybe for the Phthalo Green. I think that's one that maybe not. Maybe a little something lighter there. Okay, now up here we can't have that just be all dark up there. We're going to go the oppo way with that. But also a cooler green, which means some of the violet, some of the green together. Like this. So again, if I do stream tomorrow, it is going to be a typical very late Thursday, Friday. But we'll see if we can do the stream on Friday. It is very possible that I end up doing a stream on Sunday instead. Again, that is a possibility. No idea how that's going to play out. So again, that is what these sable brushes, whatever, from Golden Maple. This is what they're going to be much more useful for. Is stuff like this. Definitely something like this here again, creating the cooler, lighter green, but also a cooler green. More of that here. Now let's start to think about some stuffs out here on the hair. Again, look how dark that gets. Pretty much just using this. Well, it's radiant. It's actual radiant gray, Camda. It is 100% radiant gray there. Doing this now. So 1 hour 17 minutes ago, we just got underway. I guess we will do the if I can do the stream tomorrow night. We'll do the firefly painting because I never got a chance to paint any of that because I wasn't really doing the convention stuff anymore by that time. Much like I did a lot of Babylon 5 stuff and a lot of next gen stuff. Had that been around. Now, what is this here? Is this... Okay, that's hair. Alright, I thought so. So yeah, surface tension, that should be super fun. Now, is it more normal Welshlandic climate there, or has the Death Orb returned? More of our, like again, see how dark that gets there. I mean, it does not take much. So again, we're trying to do all kinds of different stuff in the face. There, we got violet in there. We've got greens. We've got all kinds of stuff. Lots of different things here. And it looks like the video has now rendered. So that is going to go, we're going to start the uploading process after the stream. Nice to see you there, Erit. Everybody please give Eridiga Wife a follow. So Erit, well, you'll be doing your usual Friday, Saturday streams, right, this weekend? Everybody please give Eridiga Wife a follow. So Irid, the yet another batch of the plants went in today. Now, technically, the cherry tomatoes are also ready to go in there, but I think I'm going to wait a few days on those. They could have gone in today. I just ran out of time. I did not get a chance to put those in today. Actually, well, Irid, that is only appropriate because we were talking about the The asparagus is up, but this actually here. Let me see if I can find them here. Let me see, where are they here? Ah, there we go. So there was this bag of Brussels sprout halves, and actually had it had all the stuff in there as far as the spices. So we mixed it with some oil, and then we air fryered that with a pork tenderloin. This is a cuisine channel after all, so there's some Brussels sprouts there. 1 second here. Let me get that back up there. Ah, thanks, Erit. So yeah, the today was the purple peppers went in. So I think now all of the pepper plants are in. I think all that's left is the cherry tomatoes. That's it. Now, believe it or not, Arid, it's a good thing I expanded that garden because it's almost, I want to say 70% occupied. It's about 65% occupied now. It didn't take long. I'm going to try and get me something a little lighter here too, I think. So yeah, we did a pork tenderloin, did the Brussels sprouts using some of the juices from the pork tenderloin. I think maybe tomorrow I'm going to try to make another one. This will be the pineapple dump cake. Yeah, the red velvet, or the cherry red velvet dump cake, a big success. The great experiment succeeded. So again, trying to get as many different colors in the skinny tones as possible. Try and get a couple little lights here on the skin. Maybe something lighter. Not too much. Not too much there. Now, let me see if we can take this and some of our violet. That's right. More of our violet. So Grand Orica surface. We have the Perling Crimson out here with a bunch of Paul Rubens. So, needless to say, one color costs more than all the rest of them. Now, let's see if we can make this happen here. So, doing a little bit of veiny stuff there. Let's have that maybe go in that direction there. So, okay, yeah, I think that's starting to do it there. Yeah, Grand Oracle, I mean, there really are some things that you do notice when you are using the high end stuff, right, Grand Oracle? Well, it's like the printer. I mean, is it any different than that Hagear's printer, right? That does some incredible things that the Anycubics are, well, just not going to do. Yeah, that is going to do some really amazing stuff, and well, sadly, Anycubic's not going to be able to do some of that. Surface tension. I cannot confirm nor deny the possibility that we work some medicine into our dump cakes there. I'm not quite sure how we would do that or what that might be. But there is, I hear rumors of that surface tension. I hear rumors that there might be some kind of medicine mixed into the dump cakes. I mean, it's a dump cake after all, right? Surface tension, you never know what might get dumped in there. One never knows. I mean, it's already very healthy surface tension because it has fruit in there. That's healthy. The whipped cream that goes on top, that's got dairy in it, also healthy. So to me, it's just healthy all the way around. You know what? I should probably try to seek out a little bit of lighter stuff on the hair in some of these areas here. Let's see what we can do, because that is actually hair. It's sculpted a little bit differently than the hair elsewhere, but we'll just again try to give it that same look. So yeah, Arid, I'm really feeling good because now everything is in place for next year. And again, chives also part of the expanded garden. Probably something like either rosemary, something like that. A few other things also planned to add to the asparagus. Surface tension that might be so magnificent it might actually be declared illegal in some places. It could be too fabulous, right? Surface tension. Camden, I really hope that I can get another one of these from him because I think this would make for a very interesting. Oh, actually, Camda. Well, here's the thing. I think this would print out pretty well in FDM, don't you? I think so. So we could take this and maybe print this thing gigantic and have like actual like blood veins and stuff in there. Everybody, please give Bearded Celt a follow. How you doing there, Celt? So Celt, I didn't see what you were streaming because I think you were doing you were holding up some different figures as an example. So I didn't actually get to see specifically what you were painting there on stream. But of course, if you want to share into that in the chat, please go ahead. We are painting this thing from was it Lethal Shadows Gaming. From Lethal Shadows Gaming, an hour and a half ago, there was nothing on here. There was nothing whatsoever. We're gonna get some of our later red in there. So we've been doing the source light thingy there, doing all that, and of course doing the dead skin stuff up there. Nah, no problem there, Bearded Celt. That is sometimes, well, T puts the stream in streaming. That's why I don't have T here. Because yes, that tends to put the stream in streaming. Something a little bit later here. There we go. So again, all the folks going to Gen Con, be sure to check out Armored Wolves booth 2707 at Gen Con. Like so. So yeah, Grand Oracle. I'm pretty excited about. Ironically enough, the ruined Rohan terrain, but some of the tower buildings. I think those are the ones I'm going to try for. Maybe I'll do the. I think I need more ruined stuff for my Dunlin army. Might need to do that first. Focus on the destroyed stuff. No, 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 not in there. Here, let me maybe get even more of our lighter red in here. Might get some more of the violet down there too. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see what happens with this. Getting to be too light there. Let's knock that. There we go. I was getting a little too late for down in there. Nope, not that. I guess that's what that's supposed to be. All right, well, if that is the case, then we'll go back to our step. Oh, So again, for folks that I don't know if you've ever heard of the Dirty Down stuff, was able to get some of that at the Adepticon meeting. Um, there are several videos planned with that stuff for sure. Yeah, that's the Dirty Down stuff. And Armored Wolf, if you wanted to share the Dirty Down website there, again, just go to Dirty Down and check out all of the very nifty products. When we get back from Gen Con, I'm going to try to get the sprays. I think there's a lot of stuff we can do with those. So Bearded Kilt, that was down at the Adepticon meeting. That was not able to stream, unfortunately, on my Friday or Saturday, sadly. Oh, and of course, Bearded Kilt, you want to share stuff in the chat? Please go ahead and do that. Sorry if I forgot to mention that. So in addition to all the weathering type stuff, there is the what is that? The slime stuff and the blood drips. Those are two things. Well, of course, uh, there's tons more Trench Crusade to do, but it would have definitely been neat to have that for the army painting series. But we got more Trench Crusade, so we'll be doing some of that on again some other tutorial videos. So again, everybody, please give Bearded Kilt a follow. So yeah, Bearded Kilt, I saw a whole bunch of units there, a whole bunch of guys. I wasn't sure if that was a old world army that was sitting out there on the work table. Bearded Kilt, believe it or not, I think if you were to just take all of the tutorials and spread, okay, these are acrylic, these are oils. I think to this day there's still more acrylic tutorials than there are oil tutorials. Because I think I just filmed like 2 more acrylic tutorials in the last 2 weeks, and there's actually more of those on the way. Sorry I don't have that sample piece of bark that you were working on, Armored Wolf. Otherwise, I'd break that out and show folks. But that's in the other room. I don't have access to that right now, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would break that out. And we will most certainly be doing tutorial videos on the Dirty Down stuff. I mean, it could even be used down here. Actually, I was thinking again of using maybe the weathering powders on some parts of this here. We'll see how that goes. And Bearded Kilt, again, if you have any, let's say you have an oil paint or something like that that maybe you were using for some weathering or something like that, you could even, again, try to just do a little bit of oils on a miniature, as in one of those just black and white studies. You could do something like that. Oh, look what's happening there. We're starting to get some cooler greens in there now. So Bearded Kilt, that is all I started with. Now, of course, I had the MIG Ammo oil brushers too. So basically, what I started out with was the MIG Ammo oil brushers and some of the Winsor Newton student grade stuff. That's all I had. Come on, more shadows type stuff in here. Sap green, Van Dyke brown, maybe even a little bit of the phthalo green at this point to give it even more intensity. even more intense. Yeah, even in here, maybe. The water, yeah, let's get some darks going in here. Also, got to get some of the that cooler green out there too. Yep, bearded Celts. We have well, three different varieties, I guess, if you want to call it that, of the floral greens. There's the most expensive option is, of course, the Marion Streets. Probably the least expensive option, I think, is to make your own, which we have done. That's just pigment powders and linseed oil. And now there's the new option, which is, and we've got this out on the palette here, the Paul Rubens Amazon available, and they're just called the Opera color. So that's the Opera series by Paul Rubens. Now I know some folks are not always comfortable doing the powder thing, and it's best to use the, oh, what the heck are those things? The nail polish containers. Those are way more airtight than any dropper bottles, so I strongly recommend those. Are they as cheap as the dropper bottles? No, but you don't need that many. You know, a set of 16, they usually come in a set of 12 or 16. That is more than enough. You could probably even mix some of your weathering stuff in there. So that is my suggestion: is if you're going to mix your own, use the make sure that you use something much more airtight, like those nail polish containers. They also don't spill over very easily. Bearded Celt, it was kind of, we didn't have much choice really when because, oh, the metallics too, Bearded Celt. The metallics same way. Oh, here, let me show you some. I think we showed you this, right? Bearded Celt, look at this. So that's the iridescent pearl white. Also, the same exact way that the fluorescents were made, Bearded Celt. Same thing we did for the metallics here. Everybody, oh, here we are. The again, the Linseed Fellowship channel. So there are no ads on this. The only reason this channel exists is to replace what was lost on the well, when Twitch wiped out highlights. So if you want to see the beginning of this, it will be here. Thank you so much, Surface Tension. Appreciate that. And of course, Surface Tension. So say we all, right? Um, as big as this thing is, I actually have a couple of ships that are bigger. So I think I printed out 4 of these. I don't know. I think these like 100 mil bases or something like that. I basically took the ones that we use for BFG stuff and well, plus sized it. We'll put it that way. So appreciate that, Surface Tension. So yeah, Bearded Celt. Again, I that was something because people just couldn't get them. It wasn't until Camda found the Paul Rubens that there was some legit place where people could just go to buy those. Otherwise, you had to either get the Marion Street ones, which they basically did not ship them overseas, or you had to make them yourself. Those were your only options. I think it was maybe 2 years ago, Bearded Celt, when we figured out, okay, we'll just have to, we may just have to make some of these things ourselves. Let me get some more of this in here. Yeah, Camda, there was something else that I discovered recently too. I don't remember what it was, but it just happened to pop up. And it turned out to be something very, very handy. Surface tension, it's gonna be, it's gonna be like Panaline Galactica on steroids. It is gonna be all about the panel lines. More and more and more panel lines. Now we're starting to use some of the violet there to do some highlight. Now I'm gonna give me a little bit of the phthalo green in there. Again, it's all about the core temperature changes that are happening here. So yeah, bearded Celt folks from overseas, especially, they were kind of bummed because they felt like they could never actually have the fluoros or the metallic stuff for themselves, and it was just on a whimsy that I just kind of looked around and said, "Wait a minute, what if we could mix our own?" And then other folks were kind enough to start looking around for pigment powders and stuff, and they, Green Stuff World, that's right. Green Stuff World sent me some pigment powders, all of their fluorescent ones, and I thought, well, I got them. Let's see what happens when I mix them with linseed oil, and it worked. It worked really well. Recoil, say hello for all of us, and everybody. Again, best wishes for Recoil's mom. Yes, indeed. We want Mom to get back with Squeak and everything and all that good stuff. So, Rico, I'll shoot you a message after the stream to see how everything is going there. So, appreciate you hanging out here, Recoil. And again, best wishes to Mom from everybody here. We are thinking about you. Ooh, I need. Okay, let me try this. Let me try this. Is this going to be too light? I hope not. Hope not. I don't think so. Now again, the latest video was just literally filming earlier today. I was using these things for I was basically only using these to see could they work for some of the stuff, say the liner brush does, and that was I figured it was going to be a no. It was a massive no. Now they've been working out here. I mean, you can see they're kind of raggedy on the end there. Here, look at that. See, it's kind of raggedy Andy on the end of that brush there, which means again, it's going to work well for this stuff. These actually were better than some of the other dry brushes that I've had. These didn't actually shed any hairs. First time use, no stray hairs shed. Go figure. Go figure. And again, they also have been making very nice blending brushes here. Like you do. More of that here. Yeah, like that. Now, what about over here? We got to do something. Will give me some of this here. Yellow ochre. Come on, more of that yellow ochre. That will go into here. Also over there. So yeah, this is it's all the same set, Grand Oracle. There's 3 different sizes of these, and then there's I think 4 of these.
Hello, little hobbits. Spark my gun.
Thank you so much, Alien Town. Appreciate that. Oh boy. Like, so what's up? He's like, you're not gonna tell me this is what happens to you when you're on pipe weed for too long. She's like, well, I'm not saying, but how much of that do you smoke a day? I have a feeling she's gonna say it's too much. Now we've almost had 2 near Gandalf 6s so far on our stream. Oh, that was even closer. That was even closer. It was just popping, then it bounced back to a 4. Thank you so much, Alien Town. Appreciate that. So Grand Oracle, this was my first use of them, and it's funny, Grand Oracle, because you're not gonna hear a lot of happy things during the filming process about them. Mostly because I knew that this is what they would do well, but yet the purpose of the episode was to show kind of trying to push the boundaries of again a tool that maybe should be and you could see it as I was filming it. So wow, that's really doing that very well. And then there was other parts it was just not doing very well with at all. Again, the liner brush is not going to do well for this. It's just too big of an area. We need a softer brush like this. So in this case, again, these so golden maple sable brushes. Thanks, Alien Town. Appreciate that. So yeah, what almost happened was if I could have found the last one I had that we didn't use at the Adepticon meeting, I was going to do our blue kind of skin tones on this. Now we've already done one of those with an alternate skin tone. Right, we did this skin tone on it, so I was thinking, well, maybe an alternate like that. Oh, also too, that's right. I gotta find this file here. Now this could be adventurous to print in FDM, but maybe we'll print out that one as well. That's one of our tutorial videos. So again, you can see how this is starting to become darker up here. Back to our sap green, and this is that is going to be allowed, as you can see. Look at see how it is just mixing. That's what these kind of brushes are going to do well. They're gonna do better. Nature of the beast. Yeah, more of a dark over here. We gotta have some of our little more shadow there. The light's coming that way. There would be a shadow cast over here. So Grant Oracle, I still I would still rather have the filbert style brushes. Now in our test at the Adepticon meeting, we were using the filberts and not the makeup style brushes for all the lighter dry brush stuff. Come on, there we are. Get in there. So effectively, basically doing wet blending here as we go along. Need to get the dark there to separate some of that. Some of that down in here as well. Now I'm going to do some stuff on this here. Because we haven't done anything on this in a while. Well, we want that to have a chance to set, don't we? Some of our, no, some of that yellow, I think. Because we never did get that down into that little recessed area there. Same thing over here. Same deal there. We pretty much did it on this side. See if we can get a little something on there. It can't all just be the dark. Same deal out here. No. Let's change that to something more of a gray here. Also, on that side. Now that that's had a chance to set a whole bunch, let me see if I can get back to some of my dark across that. Like you do. Here, there we go. It's looking a little raggedy there. We'll get it cleaned up. Ooh, this can be also short bit up here. This is all kind of a soft edge here. We gotta go harder with that edge. Also, probably some of our dark there too. Something like that. And this too. I don't know. Let me just throw some dark under there. Also over here. Now this other side. And it's just basically the sap green and some of the Van Dyke brown to keep it warmer, darker, but also warmer. Fine, we'll make you darker as well. Same here. We're just gonna now. This is what the liner brush does very well, right there. Boom. You're not doing that with those other brushes. That is not what they're not. They're not gonna do that well at all. No way, shape, or form. So Grant Oracle, hopefully you're shaping up for maybe a decent weekend of printing and painting there. Let me do this here. Also some there. So that is now starting to look a little bit more like a reference. Again, I just did the quick little AI thing. Took the photo of just the primed figure here and told it to kind of create. Now, of course, remember GPT or any of these things, they are hyper restrictive. There's a whole lot of stuff they will not do. And I didn't want to say anything about undead or anything like that, or necrotic flesh. I didn't use any of those expressions. I just said make it like zombie skin tone. I thought that was neutral enough that it wouldn't go, I can't do that, Dave. And it seemed to work. Now I need something in here and some of these folds, since the light is actually shining into the folds. So everybody please, is that yeah, it's a Discord link. Everybody check out the link that Bearded Celt just shared. Everybody please give Bearded Celt a follow. And thanks again, Bearded Celt, for the raid as always. Appreciate that. Let's do some of that here. So let's see, what was the, oh yeah, the most recent, oh, there's going to be another acrylic video. Green Stuff World sent these, they call them opaque paints. I think they're supposed to be kind of like heavy body opaque acrylics. And there was, what was the thing I was going to use them on? Oh yeah, the Zygomore plinth base. Because there is no way, I mean, I could maybe do that with the Alkids. And I might still try to squeeze in some of the Alkids there, but I think we're actually going to try and use those Green Stuff World acrylic colors on there, see if those will work, and obviously some of our inks too. So that might need to be even a little lighter here. Let me grab some of this, some of our yellow down here. So bearded kilt, it's going to depend on a couple of different key factors. First of all, are you using alkyds or not? If you're using the alkyds, it will dry. Well, let's see. The stuff that we were painting again Sunday at midnight, we were still painting, and this includes people brand new to oil paints. By Tuesday, they were completely dry. By Monday, they were dry enough to handle, as in Monday afternoon. So basically, about 13 hours after we were still painting on them. Now, if you're using regular oils, especially if you're using cadmiums, cobalts, and all that, those are slow drying colors. Indian yellow, Egyptian violet, slow drying colors. Then it could take a long time for those to dry. It also will depend on your surface. If you're working on FDM printed stuff, that is the fastest drying surface because the oils just get absorbed into it like a paper towel. Now you do something like regular printing resin, that also is going to enhance speed up the drying. Cast resin, a little bit longer. Plastic, longer. Metal, longer. The less absorbent the surface you're painting on, the longer it's going to take to dry. More of our light. Let me see if there's something right here. Yeah. Now, when you're brand new to the oil paints, just in general, it's going to take longer to dry because there is that tendency to put way too much paint on the figure, and that's just it's a natural thing. You're new to the oils and you're kind of trying to work the way you would with acrylics, so yeah, no big deal. You'll find yourself putting less and less and less paint on there over time as you get used to the stuff. So no big deal with that. So Candace, now I've been doing obviously the matte PLA, but Candace says that the PETG has also been very absorbent too. That maybe should also be some of our light there too. And maybe even along here a little bit. Let me just carry that along here. Just, that's too much there. Too much. Little something more there. Oh, that's got to catch some light here. Holy smokies. That should definitely be catching some of this light. From that over here, yep, that should be catching some light there. Well, and Candace, if you wanted to share some of your oil painted stuff there in the chat, please go ahead. I know you did earlier, but we got more new folks here. Again, Wednesday into Thursday, that's not usually a day that I am streaming. It's just kind of some special circumstances between the Adepticon meeting and then Gen Con coming up. I just thought this might be a way to kind of make up for at least one of the streams that we lost. Everybody, please check out that link that Camda just shared. Go do that. See, again, that's what these guys are going to do well, is that this broader type of a brushstroke. They are a softer brush. So see how that's actually blending all together there. Thanks for posting a link to the Patreon page, Armored Wolf. I just posted the latest video. I think it was I think it was this one, not that one. It was this one right here. Or was it the tree? Oh, it might have been our trees. It might have been the terrain video. This is another one of our vids, and I'm this is going to be posted too while I'm going at Gen Con. So that was a little video about blue skin tone there. Blue skin tone. I just finished that just finished rendering, so that's going to get uploaded to the YouTubes after the stream, and that'll be going up while I'm away at Gen Con. Camda, it's shocking, right? It is really bizarre. They do work super well for that. It's just they don't really do a whole bunch else, do they? Right, Camda? Not very much else. I kind of wish that they did, but they really just don't. I'm going to try and get me a little bit more of our rust aura here. Now this is where the dirty down. You could use it on that. Here, I'm just gonna mix up some lighter rust. I had thought about using some of our weathering powders too, but I thought that'd be a nice little change of pace color-wise from some of our other stuff there. Maybe some of our. Let me go back to this. That might be, I guess, maybe some skin there. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. And if you do that Army Painter pledge level there, well, better get your popcorn ready because, well, now there's at least 2,400 hours of videos to watch, possibly even 2,500. And of course, every month, about 20 hours of new videos. And it covers the gamut of everything, different genres. It covers terrain, dioramas, contest stuff. I'm going to be getting some Cathay figures together, so that we're going to be doing an army painting series with the new Cathay army for Old World. We'll be doing some of those on stream too. Thanks, Bearded Kelp. Well, I'll shoot you the email. So, yeah, if you don't have the email yet from me, it's just because I was doing other stuff. But, yes, I will send you the email with all the links there, Bearded Kelp. Appreciate that. And we'll catch you tomorrow. And thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. And again, everybody, please give Bearded Kelp a follow if you could. Let me see something here. Oh, yeah. That's a little bit of a fold there. So that was another reason why I wanted to try this or the other bust, the bust with the Fey bust there, because I thought these brushes could be somewhat usable on that. And I thought they could be somewhat usable here. They've been the majority. I've actually been using. Now, of course, the other reason I'm using them here, and you'll be hearing it in that video, the longevity test. I've had other things that, they work great for the first couple of times, then they just kind of collapse. And it's like, well, that's not handy. I need something a little more durable than that. So that's what the other thing we're going to test here is their durability over the long haul. And the only way to do that is on stream, right, Grand Oracle? That is the best way to do it. What are we at? Hour 2 here? We just passed hour 2. Just past hour 2 here on the stream. Again, 2 hours ago, there was a whole lot of nothing on this thing. There was nothing at all. Which means, we can spend a lot more time doing refinements, that sort of stuff, instead of just struggling with, well, I've spent 3 hours and I've done those things called base coats. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Yeah, Camden, I've got to see if I'm going to see if I can take some pictures of the Weeping Angel and see what I can do to make it into something more that can be more of an animated type of thing. Something where it looks at well, actually, Camda, I have the picture of this primed. We could have the Weeping Angel look at it and then blink and then just show this picture. Just that should all work in 5 seconds. Yeah, that should work in a 5 second animation. No, here I gotta. I think we need to here squeegee some of the paint out of here. We got a whole bunch in there. Yeah, you can see there's a bunch of paint in there. More of our blending brush happening there. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure Armored Wolf in our little test there, that all important critical juncture where the paint sets, I mean, it's very obvious that it worked out with the, for folks new to it, that paint sets so quickly. So I'm just super, super glad that that worked out as I hoped. There's no way except to test it. It's okay. Yeah, here we're gonna get maybe some lighter little do thingies here on the hair. Gonna do a lot of stuff on the hair. I haven't really messed with that around much. Yeah, Camda, not every time does it do the shiny thing, right? So sometimes it's sneaky. Yeah, sometimes it's super shiny, especially when you're doing the glazy stuff, right, Camda? And then there's other times where it doesn't quite reveal itself that easily. So again, starting to get a little hints here of the lighter stuff going on now down in here, or the latest stuff, anyways. Camda, was it there? Was it our substitute radiant sheet there on the Paul Rubens that really showed that? I forget that. I mean, they were all pretty matte, but I think it was the radiant ones that really surprised me. Yeah, it's been long enough now, Camda, since I've seen them, or since I filmed it, that I don't quite remember. Well, I guess if it was longer than 5 minutes ago, I might not remember. Because the brain doesn't do brain stuff anymore. I want. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. But down here, I think we need to go lighter there. Of course, probably just wiped it off with my. Yep, did just wipe it off with my hand. Oh, wow, look at that. We can just put it right back. Again, I was seriously thinking about, putting some kind of holder on this deal, but that just. I tried and it just made it way too tall. It would have been a lot easier otherwise. Again, some of that light reflecting or casting down onto this portion here. Maybe, I don't think it's really going to reach up there. Now maybe we will try to get some of our lighter here going here. That maybe a bit on the neutral side as well. Remember all the glazy stuff that we did there? That made that pretty dark. Also pretty wet. Now this is not something I would want to be doing with my, 5.5 hour liner brush. Yeah, we'll go to do more of the individual strands later on. I mean, again, we've only been doing this 2 hours, 11 minutes. That's it. Yeah, Grand Oracle had the oof, ouch, right? I think the last one of those I had, Grand Oracle, I was I was at the academy. That is probably the last time I had one of those. I believe that brush might still be around, but I think it has since gotten very beat up. But it might still actually exist. So again, that is we have the cooler green up there, the warmer green down here. You know what? Maybe I will try to have a little touch of our orangey green on that too, or yellowy green on that. Little touch of it there. How's about we welcome in Paintwater Sommelier? How you doing there, Paintwater? Everybody please give Paintwater Sommelier a follow if you could. Thanks for the raid, Paintwater. Yeah, so Paintwater, this is that I don't know if you saw. I've held up this Lethal Shadows bust a few times during some streams. Finally getting a chance to paint this. 2 hours 13 minutes ago, there was no paint on here. There was no skin tones, no OSL, nothing like that. If you want to share any links in the chat there, Paintwater, please go ahead. Yeah, Grand Oracle. Unfortunately, all of mine just they're all just kind of destroyed now. The old Series 7s, yeah, they're kind of toast. Kind of gone. This is not gone. This is the bus that we painted up on last Thursday, I think. Yeah, I think we painted this one up last Thursday. And of course, we painted up a whole bunch of these here. Painted up 3 of these guys, 3 of the Jin here. These are from Conquest. All done with the oil paint. So Paintwater, if you want to share any links in the chat, please go ahead. And of course, we will be doing many more of our Galactica ships here. Absolutely had a blast doing that. Very fun. And of course, again, Paintwater, you want to share anything in the chat, that would be fabulous. Go ahead and do that. No. Let me get some of the Radiant Violet, I guess. We'll put that in here. Start breaking some of this down. Hey there, Valfera. So, Valfera, all of the streams are going to be weird days, weird times. Well, weird days. Not so much weird times, but yeah, I might have to do a Sunday stream, Valfera. So, yeah, I'll try to give you a heads up, but it's mostly going to be kind of like, okay, let's go now. So great to see you there, Valfira. And again, everybody please give Paintwater Sommelier a follow. Now Paintwater, let's see. Well, I know you were gonna get back into MESBG stuff. I wasn't sure if you've already gotten back into it. Ah, there it is. There's the Trebuchet and the Ballista. What is it? The Avenger Bolt Thrower, right? Paintwater. Oh, actually, Paintwater. Oh gosh, I wonder. Ah, here it is. Here it is. So it's called Papal 3D on I'm sorry, on My Mini Factory Paintwater. So yeah, check out Papal 3D because he's got some interesting stuff, including lots of casualties, which are great for basing, of course, and for terrain. He also has again like a white a white tree of Gondor fountain scene. Oh, okay. Sorry about that paint. What I ran across it on accident. I was trying to find another Kamul on Fellbeast. That's I was trying to find that, and I ran across his. So Valfira, let's see. Ken's gonna be grabbing me next Wednesday morning. So there will definitely not be a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday while I'm at Gen Con. But even this weekend, things could be again kind of different. I might have to stream on Sunday. I'll try to let you know in advance there, Valfira. Yep, paint water. I printed out the casualties first because I needed those the most. Now I ended up printing out parts of the fountain thing on the FDM, like just kind of like the main part, the stone parts, the tree, and some of the more detailed things. I printed that out on the regular resin printer. So yeah, I've got so many videos that I gotta film. We basically have to stream around that filming because some of the filming is also stuff for Gen Con, like the Rakashar, the Zygamore stuff. But great to see you there, Valfira. I think I sent you a bunch of the pictures from the Adepticon meeting and especially the warehouse. And of course, well, today there was more garden stuff. So I'll send you some pictures of that too, Valfira. Added some more stuff to that. More plants went in today. By the time the cherry tomatoes go in there, it is going to be almost a full garden. So again, I might do a little bit more with the blood fix there. I'm not sure how much. I don't think I want to get that darker. I might want to try to go a little lighter here, though. Some parts of the skin tone. So Velfair, hopefully no gravitational challenges for sure. Now I'm thinking I would do the firefly painting maybe tomorrow if I can do my regular Thursday flat Thursday there. So again, everybody please give Paintwater Sommelier a follow and also check out the link there. The Paintwater Sommelier will post. I don't know if that. Okay. For what I was gonna do with that was way too late. I'm gonna give me some. Whoops. It's kind of hilarious, Velfair. We've got the Perling Crimson out here, which pretty much out expenses all the other paints put together. Okay, there we go. I might go a smidge lighter than that. Let me see what we got here. I'm gonna take a chance. We're gonna go a little lighter, and then we'll go lighter on the bottom lip. Yeah, Velfair, I think I've got it pretty much programmed every 2 days until like July 30th or something, or July 31st, I think even. I'll try to get this one also posted on there so this one can go live. May get a little bit lighter on there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Velfred, I wasn't sure if it was super hot down there for you because it was definitely toasty in down there in Peoria. I'm gonna try to go a little lighter up here on the hair over there. Some of that down here. Okay, just gonna try to find a few more lights. So surface tension, I guess it won't be too soggy there with the walk with the hound. Not quite like the last one, where I think the hound was not super pleased. Okay, I'm trying a little bit more of that light up there, a little bit more up here. Some of this, is that my white over here? I think it is. I think I want to try to go a little bit lighter on the skin. Let me see if I can do that here with this. So let's do our film noir here. Well, we haven't actually done a film noir yet. Wow, actually, those almost look like they're glowing, right, Valfera? And we lose all of the different shadings in the skin, all the different color, and then here there's no cool colors versus warm. So let's bring this back. Still going. There we go. Cooler green, warmer green. Yeah, look at all the violets and green in the face, and then the bones don't stand out quite as much when it is in color. Now, of course, should any of your posts there be, shall we say, interfered with, altered in some way by the autocorrect monster, you now can reveal him. You can reveal him to the world, expose him for what he is. Again, the dark things like to stay in the dark corners. Here you can expose the autocorrect monster to the light of day. Yes, you can. Actually, Velfira Armored Wolf was doing some spontaneous with the phone and the camera and such, doing some of the film noir there at the meeting, and it was really stunning what that was revealing. There was these were some pieces that were posted on Instagram or whatever, and it was really wild to see how much they changed in film noir and how things like the backgrounds actually basically overpowered things, and the it actually looked more like what it was supposed to in black and white than it did in color, which was very interesting. Valfira, I've been kind of asking around if there's any place that does custom plushies, because I think that's what we need, Velfair, is we need a plushie autocorrect monster. I think that's what every kid wants to have with them when they go to sleep at night. Actually, given how kids, well, they all have phones, they probably would actually find him rather enchanting, I would guess. I mean, Valfir, if we're gonna have this, if we're gonna have the most lethal condiment known to all humanity in plush form, we should be able to have an autocorrect monster, right, Valfira? Yeah, I just don't know where the heck you'd have something like that made. I mean, maybe there is a place. I have not had any chance to Google that. So if somebody knows of a place, just let me know. All right. Well, Velfair, I'll shoot you a message after the stream there, and just see how things are going. I got lots of garden pictures and stuff just to send you there. So take care, Velfair. Let me do this here. Back over here again. This is about as light as I'm going to be able to get here. Let me take some of that away here. So see you later there, Paintwater. Thank you so much for the raid. Everybody, again, please, if you're not already following Paintwater Sommelier, go do that and check out that link that Paintwater Sommelier posted. The fabulous Avenger bolt throwers and the trebuchet. Little Gondolian action there. More of that here. I think I'm gonna try to. Let me see if I can. I think it's see we got some more of that darker green up there on that side. I'm gonna try that on this side. Let me. Oof. Okay, that was a whole bunch of our darker brown or something like that. So we got that. Let me try this here. Let's try some of that with our little green here. More of this yellow. That might just do it. Whoops, gonna have to mix that again. Start bringing this down a little bit here. Let's do that on this side. Like you do. Some of that up here now. Yeah, there we go. Doing a little bit of scumbling there. Making that more of an intense green. Yep, I'm gonna get some of that down. Oh yeah, definitely gotta get some of that down here. Holy smokies, that really does help. Better go back here and refresh that brush. I think that was a good choice there. Over to this side. down in here, just we did on the front. Maybe even darken up some of that up there. Same thing with a bit of dark on that too. That might be a little too dark up there. So let's go the other direction. Let's make it lighter. Get this brushy here. Some of that. And that's not quite light enough there. That might just do it. Yeah, I think so. Ah, another sharper edge up there too. Another sharper edge, just like that. In you go. There. There's a dark edge that kind of creeped into that. Gonna sort of use a semi-glaze to try to lighten that up now. Ooh, yeah, you know what? I better just here. Let me take this much later stuff. On that edge. Maybe this too. And then maybe even on this out here. I gotta thin that down, it looks like. Spread this around. A little bit of reflected light underneath that. Hey, Action Surge, how you doing? Great to see you, Action Surge. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hope that you are doing well. Little surprise, a different day here, Action Surge. And again, I might be, could possibly be streaming this Sunday coming up. So again, don't be surprised if, again, this week and most likely next week are going to be different days for streaming. Thank you so much, Armin Wood, for posting a link to the Instagrams, to the YouTubes there. So again, if you want to see how this got started, you know, all the skin tone we did up there, the setup for the source lighting, that will be here on the Linseed Fellowship YouTube channel. There are no ads there, because the only reason that channel exists is because, well, Twitch took away the whole highlight thing. That didn't have ads, and that's all this is going to do. It's just basically going to kind of take the place of what I used to do on the Twitch channel. Now, the advantage of the YouTube channel is that there's way more searchability, so I can have all kinds of tags on there. They're separated into playlists. So if you want to see Lord of the Rings stuff, there's a whole Lord of the Rings playlist. There's a playlist for Bust. There's you know, the Conquest stuff, the World War II ships, all the different things now have their own playlists, which hopefully will make things easier to locate as we get more of our lighter stuff going in that here. Let's see if I can maybe also sneak in a little bit of light here on that chin. Now, I'm gonna, here, where's my phthalo green? And then some of the violet that's gonna make it, like, it's gonna be like a weird bluish color almost. It will seem sort of bluish. It is not actually blue. But you can see it just kind of creates some wild different colors, right, Pascal? How you doing? Everyone, please give Pascal rules to follow. And of course, Pascal, please post some of your fantastic miniatures and busts in the chat there, please. So this is from Lethal Shadows, Pascal. I figured something like this you would enjoy doing that. We are also going to enjoy saying hello to Lecter's Kitchen. How you doing there, Lecter? Appreciate that, Lecter. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to see what you were painting before I was able to jump in there. So hey there, Helgrant. How you doing? And again, everybody, please give Lecter's Kitchen a follow. So I know you just finished your stream, but if you have any kind of work in progress things there, Lecter's Kitchen, you want to share that, please go ahead. Nice to see you again there, Jet. Great to see you. Now, 2 hours and 36 minutes ago, this had no paint on it whatsoever, so no source lighting. There was no fun stuff here. You could see all the little veins and all the little colors going on in there. We got rust going on down here. None of that. None of that had any paint on it. I think Flictors. Oh, I think we did this one last week. Yeah, we did this one. Maybe actually last Thursday. Might have done this one last Thursday here. That one actually is printed in FDM. And of course, we did a whole bunch of these. So we did a unit of 3 of these guys, the Agony of the Freet. And we did a whole bunch of these Jin. These are, again, all from Conquest Miniatures right here. Thanks, Prairie Dog. Appreciate that. Everybody please give Lecter's Kitchen a follow, because Lecter's Kitchen has a big stream anniversary tomorrow. Well, I guess whenever somebody's got a stream anniversary, we always bring out the hype train here, and there is the hype train for Lecter's Kitchen. All aboard. All aboard Linseed Express for Lecter's Kitchen. And please give Lecter's Kitchen a follow if you could. So a bit of a hype train there for Lecter's Kitchen. Now, Lecter, is it going to be one of those marathon type streams? And I guess are you going to be doing like a special miniature on there? Because our stream anniversary, oh my gosh, the first year. So Lecter's Kitchen, every year we paint a Wapelius spell brush. I think I actually have one of the first ones. Here it is. Yeah, this is one of the first ones. So not only is it a different figure, but they also change in size. And they keep getting bigger and bigger. That thing over there, the last one we painted was a giant bust version. So we turned this into a bust, and I swear it was like 3 times the size. I'm not quite sure how much bigger we can go. So yeah, Lecter's Kitchen, it's kind of like that painting of Dorian Gray. If you keep painting yourself, you never age. The only problem is there, Lecter's Kitchen, that if you drop that miniature and break it, well, then it's going to be like the painting of Dorian Gray, right? Art and Michael, we could do a mass army of them in 10 millimeter. It'd be like, geez, that would actually be smaller than Flames of War. Yeah, that would be epic scale, not Flames of War scale. So again, everybody please give Lecter's Kitchen a follow. And of course, Art and Michael, if you want to share some stuff in chat, please go ahead. Now again, all of this here, there was nothing on this. So again, you can kind of see some of the bluish grays, the violet grays, there's greenish grays in there, all kinds of different colors working their way into this. And of course, now Pascal, did you get a chance to share your link? I know that the chat moved kind of quick there all of a sudden. And I guess, will you be maybe streaming this weekend? Again, it's very possible that we might be streaming this Sunday. I like that ideal, Art and Michael. Actually, ironically enough, down in Peoria, I did see a bunch of Hail Caesars. Actually, I saw Slanya. Actually, I saw more Hail Caesar and more Slanya than I did MESBG down there in Peoria. All right, everybody, check out that Instagram link that Pascal just shared. So, hey there, Sea Dragon. Nice to see you. Happy Thursday, Sea Dragon. So, Sea Dragon, the Adepticon meeting was it was. I did get a chance to see the Adepticon warehouse for the first time. Yeah, pictures. Yeah, it's not. The pictures don't really show the vast scale of it. So great to see you there, Sea Dragon. And again, everybody, please give Lecter's Kitchen a follow because Lecter's Kitchen's going to be doing an first streamiversary. First streamiversary. Now that's yeah. Of course, I have to scroll back to see if that is that your next stream. I gotta scroll back here. Let me see here. Oh, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is the big streamiversary. I thought it was tomorrow, but I was just wanted to make sure. So again, everybody, please give Lecter's Kitchen a follow. And sorry again that I didn't get a chance to take a peek at what you were painting before I streamed myself, because, well, normally this is not a streaming day for me. We did a little bit of a height train there for Lecter's Kitchen. So it is tomorrow, and it could be a somewhat longer stream as well. Now I'll be trying to do my usual flat Thursday here, so I guess along the lines of Panel Line Galactica and of course Babylon 5 here, we are going to try to do a little bit of Firefly. So we'll try to paint Serenity from Firefly, see how that goes. Try to get me a little bit of the lighter hair up here too, I suppose. Like you do. Maybe a little something under here. Little some kind of skin tones. And again, this is all done with the oils 2 hours 43 minutes ago. Again, there was no paint on this. There was no paint on here at all. Gonna give me some of this much darker brown here. I wonder, I think now maybe I can try to get a little bit of the lighter skin tone on that. And it's not gonna wipe away quite so easily. Thanks, Perry Joy. I actually have the references already. They're already set here. Where's nope, that's not the one. There we go. So yeah, that's so there's our Firefly reference down there in the corner. Again, all set and ready to go for tomorrow. Now, yeah, Action Surge. That's when I might try to do things like stream on Sunday and all that, because obviously I won't be able to stream while we're away at Gen Con. I will be leaving Wednesday morning, I think. Yeah, Wednesday morning for Gen Con. Let me do this. A couple little light edges here on this thing. So everybody check out that Discord link. It's got to be a Discord link. Yep, a Discord link that Lecter's Kitchen just shared. And again, everybody please give Lecter's Kitchen a follow, because they will be streaming Streamiversary tomorrow.